We've oftentimes prioritized our physical looks, what we put on, rather than what we eat. And meanwhile, eating healthy can make us look beautiful, stay fit, and it can also help us save a lot, like money spent on drugs unnecessarily, and can give us a healthy life. Hello once more, this is Deborah Ilesi, your host on Agro-sustainability Digest. In my previous episode, I spoke on manure application, and I addressed the concern faced by farmers, promising that in today's episode, in my next episode, that I will be addressing one of the best way of manure application, which is called composting. In today's episode, we'll be learning about what composting is and the step-by-step process of making a compost manure. So what is compost? Compost is a natural process of turning our organic waste, such as our leaves, our dry leaves, grasses, manure, and even our agricultural waste, into a rich soil fertilizer. And this compost is capable of improving our soil, feeding our crops, and reducing weeds and foreign diseases that a fresh manure can cause on your crops. So I will advise you, get a pen and paper and sit tight as I walk you through the step-by-step process of making a compost manure. In making your compost, 4 ingredients is needed. Number 1, 9 buckets of your wood shaving, popularly called sawdust. This will provide carbon that is needed in your compost, and it also help in proper aeration. Number 2, 6 buckets of your green materials, or which is your fresh leaves or your green grasses. This will add nitrogen to your compost, and also it will also add moisture to your compost. And number 3, you will need 3 buckets of your brown materials, and which are your dry leaves or your dry grasses. This will help for proper structure. And lastly, you will need 2 buckets of animal manure, and this will provide nitrogen to your soil. In making your compost, firstly, you add your 9 buckets of your wood shavings or your sawdust. Then you follow it up by your 3 buckets of your animal manure. That this animal manure would help to provide the microbes that is needed in the soil. Then you follow it up by your green materials, that is your fresh leaves or your grasses. Then lastly, you add your dry matters or your brown materials, which is the dry leaves or your dry grasses. Then you mix them up properly, adding some water while mixing them up. Cover it and allow to stay for 12 to 15 days, and then you open it up and turn it over and cover for another 4 weeks. Then your compost or your compost manure is ready to be used. It is important to note that in covering your mixed ingredient, make use of a polythene bag or a polythene lid. Now, to know if your compost is ready to be used on your farm, simply get a sample of this compost after 4 weeks and tie in a polythene bag. Leave for 24 hours. Then after 24 hours, that small sample that you have tied, you can feel it. If it appears warm, know that this compost is not yet ready to be used, and the danger of it is that it might still likely burn the roots of your crop. But if it appears at a normal room temperature, when you feel it, then your compost is now properly ready to be used on your farm. To end today's episode, composting turns your waste into wealth. So, instead of complaining about manure burning your crops, the roots of your crops, why not try composting? Composting is safe, sustainable, and affordable way of growing healthy. Remember to always grow healthy, sustainable, and also eat healthy. Thank you for joining me in today's episode, and see you in my next episode. Bye for now.